Hello everyone, this is Alapack here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Alapack Sports. Today we have a jam-packed video for you today, covering topics from Dallas Wilson's injury to the amount of injuries that are happening during the fall camp. Is the fall camp going to be a bit intense this year? Is it more physical this year than previous years? And on top of that, we also have Ball winning, not winning awards, but he is in a list for a award. And then I will end it off with a little discussion involving about the Miami fans. So, welcome to Alapack Sports. Let's begin. First off, we're going to start off with the very first topic of this video. Dallas Wilson is injured. He will be out for a few weeks. So far as I know, he's going to be out for a few weeks. But they do plan for him to be available for week 1 against LIU. So I do think it wasn't that big of an injury. But him being injured, none the same, it's weird. The reason why I say it's weird is because a lot of other players on the team are getting somewhat similar injuries. And if you're confused on what I'm saying, there's been a lot more injuries on this team during this fall camp than usual. Like normally, yeah, fall camp you may get a bit of injuries here and there, but a lot of them are minor, which a lot of these are minor. But the way they're getting injured and where the injuries are mostly at is what's confusing and what's weird about it. It's the fact that a lot of these injuries are lower body injuries, like the legs, the calves, and all that. And so, for the fact that a lot of these players are having that type of injuries, is telling me that either A, the strength and conditioning coach ain't doing their job, or B, the practices are hella intense, like a lot more physical than you usually are. And if they are, dude, that might be a key success for how this team can propel itself to the next level. Because I've been hearing on through my sources and shit and all that, it's looking hella good. But yeah, he has lower body injury. He will be out for a few weeks, but he will be back for game 1. Will he get injured again? We don't know. I don't think he will. I think this is something just practice oriented, and they're being more cautious because they went in. I think they went in. I remember, I think they went in thinking it was going to be an ACL problem at the start of this, when he first got injured, but they turned around and it was like something way minor than that. So it's more of a relief on our part that he didn't get hurt that bad, but he is injured. He's one of the players I am stoked to see because I watched the spring game, and he did so well. He is that type of player that can propel us to the Ohio State level, to the Georgia levels in eliteness. He's our Jeremiah Smith in a tent way of being optimistic. Yes, he's like our Jeremiah Smith. I can't compare them because Dallas Wilson, this is like his first year starting. So, but I've seen what has happened over the offseason and how he did in that spring game. And a lot of hype around him. He is pretty much being brought up to be like Jeremiah Smith in a way. So yes, that's one of the things that came out of the fall camp recently, which got people worried. But now that we know he's not that badly injured, and that is pretty much something minor, like just like Lagways was. Which, by the way, Lagways is throwing it. He's throwing it in 7-on-7 coverage. He's running the ball. He's good to go. All you people who are worried, see ya. And all you Miami fans, bro, you Miami fans, I'm going to have to talk with y'all later. Because like I said, there will be a talk at the end of this video. Alright, on to the next subject we got. Fall camp injury discussion. I have to have a discussion with y'all. Because the amount of injuries that's happened this fall camp, going back to Dallas Wilson injury, the amount of injuries that happen in the fall camp is unnatural. Yeah, like teams do get injuries during their fall camps and stuff. It's not anything out of the ordinary, but it's the amount of injuries we're getting. The fact, and where, like I said, where the injuries are, lower bodied. But there's also talk from people who have seen the practices and stuff that these practices are a lot more physical. Like they're actually hitting each other, tackling. Like normally you hold off and you just do like light 7-on-7 action and stuff. They're actually going into like what it would feel like during a real game. They're actually butting heads, hitting each other, tackling each other, all that they're doing, all of it. And so that's resulting in a way of more physical injuries, and injuries are more minor though. They're not like major or anything. They're pretty much going to take like a few days off and then come back in and continue where they're left off. But it's showing that there's a possibility, because sometimes when you have like a specific section of your team who has reached their max potential with what you have set before, sometimes you need to innovate a new way or up the ante in a manner of speaking to reach that next level. And what I'm hearing for the defensive side of the ball is people are thinking, and myself specifically as well, is that with all this physical practice, that might propel this defense to be up further than normally you would expect it to be. Because this defense is already looking pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's already looking pretty good. The defensive line and offensive line are looking like some like really good sections of our team right now, and those are sections that will help us win games. No matter how much you think their opponents are, they will help us win games overall. And I think there was like a video of one, I can't remember what's his name, but he was talking about how everybody's so worried about not Dallas Wilson, DJ Lagway, that they're not like, yeah, QBs, yeah, if they go injured, yeah, that sucks. But the more specific area for a team's success is the line of scrimmage. If you can win the trenches, you're pretty much going to win the game. Like, if your defensive line breaks up the offensive line and gets sacks upon sacks upon sacks, then that QB is going to start getting flustered, and he's going to start making mistakes, and then he's going to eventually throw a pick, or he's going to fumble it or something. Or that running back who you normally toss it to, and he goes 20 plus yards up the field, well, they end up turning around and giving away like 5 or 6 yards in the opposite direction. So the line of scrimmage right now is where we are focused at, and I believe this line of scrimmage between the defensive line and the offensive line will be what's a make or break for this season. And if we can win on that side of the trenches every game, we have a possibility of winning almost every single game this season. We aren't going to win every single game this season. I'm saying that now. Even the best team in the nation is not going to win every game on this schedule. But the fact that our offensive and defensive line can be that good, and I'm hearing, and there's people even hyping it up, even national media is hyping it up, that they're that good, is what is going to help us propel us to the next level. And hence the reason why I think Billy is starting to do more of a physical, more gritty practice. And now going back to the injuries, that's the reason why there's probably so many injuries, is because we are having a more physical practice, which means put more strain on some of the ligaments that you'll have when you do practice, like your calf, your hamstrings, your arms, your biceps, shoulder. It helps strengthen them as well. Yeah, it may put tension, and you might get a minor one, but as long as it's not major, it will help improve your overall skill and stuff. Now I gotta harken back to what Sapp said, like, I think almost a month ago at the SEC Media Days. He did say that he was gonna make the O-line have a very rough time during practice. He did say that. And what I'm hearing initially is that the O-line is getting bullied by D-line. I think that's what they said. was that the O-line is getting bullied by the D-line. But our O-line is supposed to be top 5 in the nation this year as well. So there's two outcomes for that. Either our O-line is such dog water that our D-line is just making our D-line look good, or our D-line is so damn good that it's making our O-line just look horrible. And our O-line is still good as hell. That's two possibilities. I'm leaning for the latter. I'm hoping for the latter, because I'm hoping this D-line is so good that it puts Georgia's D-line to shame. And there's possibility this D-line could be equivalent to Georgia's D-line of old. There's a huge possibility, because the amount of production that's coming back for that was on top of that, you got like two or three NFL star players that came back instead of going to NFL. Like, dude, that D-line is going to be looking nasty this year. On top of that, you got depth. You got, not only that, you got depth at the position. You can rotate out that whole group. I think there's like 2 rows of them, like first and second string, that you can rotate out, and they'll be fresh as new. Like, you first half you can have the main first string D-line in there, and they can handle the offensive line no matter what, and probably sack or rush on the edge and stop runs and stuff. And then you turn around and rotate them for the second half, and they do the same thing. Like, our D-line is one of the best in the nation. Hands down, one of the best. If you put these D-line on any other SEC team, they will be starters. Both backup and backup and starters could be on any team in the SEC, let alone even Big Ten. So, our defensive line is very, very strong this year in that aspect. And it does harken, it helps me harken back to that Sapp quote of how he said he wanted to make the O-line suffer this fall camp, make them regret even coming to practice or hate coming to practice. And it seems like that's coming to fruition. And he's pretty much telling the truth. Now, is this the next step for our defense? 100%. 100%. I believe this will help our defense get more reps, but also better at their position. Like the DBs getting better to block the out backfield and try to keep balls from going over their heads and stuff. Safeties, corners, especially the D-line. So this should help our defense take that next step to be a Georgian type defense, a Alabama type defense that we know were so good back then. A defense that can actually handle a team like Texas. And so, yeah. Now, a lot of people on our fan base is worried because we are hearing a lot about these injuries and stuff. And I like I said, it's more of a physical practice now. These injuries will happen, and it is a very violent sport. Football altogether is a violent sport. Now, more days they're becoming more soft. They're trying not to let them hit harder or to even rough people up that much nowadays. Like nowadays, you can't pretty much hit them as hard as you can anymore. Like back when I gotta bring up the I think 2006 championship. Was it Ohio State? Yeah, I believe it was Ohio State for his 2006 championship. And I think Brandon Cox or one of them. Was it Brandon Cox? No. It's one of the old players ran over one of the wide receivers of Ohio State, and him so hard he fucking was planting on the ground. Nowadays you can't do that. Like if they see you do that, they're pretty much gonna blow a flag. It became a lot more soft nowadays, but still, as a violent sport, you still get injured. It's football, college football, even in the NFL, you still get hurt. Anthony Richardson, I think a few days ago, got hurt. Although it was minor, after checking it out, it was minor, but he still got hurt after getting sacked. So, injuries happen all the time. Injuries happen all the time in this sport. So all these minor injuries aren't worrying me unless they start becoming nagging problems, like constantly happening, or they become major. It's one of those things where you just shrug it off. It's pretty much a thing that happens in this sport. There's nothing you can do about it. They're bound to get injured eventually. And then if you don't go injured, good for you. Like, but yeah, it happens all the time. Now, I'm going to lead that into one of our running backs, Mr. Trayon Webb. He did have surgery, I think, this past week on a hamstring rupture. He will be out for a while. But I'm not too worried about that. The fact that we do have two capable running backs in Baugh and I think Jacoby Jackson? No, Jacoby Jackson's a wide receiver. There's one other one. But Baugh and one other. But we do have depths in the running back area, and it helps that we do have those players. So it keeps Trayon Webb to allow him to actually heal without having to jeopardize his career even more. But he did get surgery, and he was out for a hamstring rupture. We expect him to be back sometime in months or two, I would think. But will he have playing time? I don't believe so. I think he's at this point where it's ready for him to either graduate, or just he's pretty much going to ride the bench for a while until something major happens, if he makes improvement or something. So yes, that is all I have to say about the fall camp injuries at this moment. I'm not gonna say that the injuries, I'm happy for them. Like, they do scare me as well. I'm a Florida fan. I want my team healthy and able to compete by week 3, because week 3 is LSU. I will very much love our first week of SEC play be a dub, genuinely. So I want our team fully 100%. So when we beat LSU week 3, we have no excuse. And if we, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. On top of that, for more stuff from practice, we do have more footage on other QBs throwing it and getting some reps off through the fall camp. Like Vernell Brown, he's been throwing the ball. He's been throwing the ball real good. Like, he's doing really good. Harrison Bailey is spinning it as well, and Aiden Warner, one of the QBs that I have heard a lot about through the offseason, especially fall camp, is Aiden Warner. I keep hearing about him spinning the ball. He's much more improved than last year. If you don't remember, Aiden Warner came in at the end of the Georgia game after Lagway went down. He was our backup for our backup. He was the third string QB, and he came from, I think, Yale or Harvard, one of those two. But he came in and he didn't look great at all. Though he did keep, I gotta admit, he did keep Georgia on their toes for a little bit. But after a while, it was like Georgia managed to pull away. And then the Texas game, we all know how that went. It was a complete and utter destruction. But that's not on him. He wasn't supposed to come in. And that now leads me back into what I've been hearing is that a lot of these QBs are getting more reps, so we can prepare in case Lagway does go down. And so we'll have them prepared for the offense in a sense when it comes to it. And I think that's all for practice for this video. Awards list. Jadan Baugh, he has been named for a Doak Walker Award. He is on the list. Very fair, because Jadan Baugh, he's a beast. He's a beast. Like, he is jacked. Apparently, I think he's like pound for pound the strongest player on the team. From the strength and conditioning coach, what he said, that he is pretty much that. He is a guy who can, if you don't have an opening for him in the offensive line where he can run through and get some yards, I believe he will make his way and find a way and forcefully get those yards no matter what. I can see a scenario where you have two people on him trying to drag him down and he's still running it. Like, he is apparently that good. And on top of that being swifty and fast, he's looking really great. And I believe that he might win this award. It depends on how the season goes. Everything on this depends on how the season goes. But yeah, he's for an award. I think there's a few others, but I do not remember who they were. I have to re-look at that some other time. But yeah, it's good for Jadan Baugh. I am excited to see if he actually wins it this year. But he's on the list, nonetheless. All right, my ending. Miami fans, y'all still talking crap. I, Alapac, had been sitting here on Twitter, on Reddits, and stuff, and I've been hearing a lot of crap talking by Miami fans constantly when it comes to our practice. Like DJ throws, they're like, "Oh, there's no coverage," or DJ throws a deep ball. "Oh, your DBs suck." Maybe y'all don't realize this. Maybe y'all's practices are pretty much shit, but our practices are a lot more rough, and we are more capable of doing things that you think y'all could. Y'all gonna have a reality check come week 4? Yeah, week 4. Well, y'all might just get a reality check week 1, because I know who y'all play, and it's Notre Dame. Y'all better, if y'all win against Notre Dame, then okay, that's good. But if Notre Dame beats y'all, that reality of y'all's is going to come crumbling down. Y'all going to realize how much Cam Ward meant to y'all. I do believe that. Miami fans are talking so much mad crap on every single post that Florida fans put. We say something about our practice. We're like, "Oh, cool. DJ Lightweight's throwing." There's a Miami fan saying, "Oh, there's no coverage. There's no DBs blocking that. He's not throwing into coverage." Whoa, 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 whoa. So, he's trying to get reps throwing. But then they show a video of him throwing to the coverage. "Oh, y'all DBs suck. Y'all must be shit on DB end." I'm like, are you serious? Like, that's how practice is. Either you get intercepted, or you get batted down, or you make good passes. Doesn't mean our DBs suck. It means our QB is doing his job. Apparently y'all haven't seen a practice before, because you're commenting like y'all haven't seen one before. And that also leads me to fucking FSU as well. Like, FSU's team. If you haven't seen it yet, we had, I think, either O-line or D-line, one of those two. A version of one of their O-line and D-line. One of their players straight up missed. Straight up missed their block. Like, and it's not moving either. It's a standing still object. And he's supposed to. But he actually went, face planted right the fuck in it. Like, dead serious. Both Miami and FSU's practices have been pretty shit. Like, I've seen footage of their practices. They're so bad, dude. Y'all haven't shown anything of an improvement at all. That's wild. All we hear is these rumors and crap. Just rumors upon rumors and upon rumors. Like, that don't mean nothing. There has been no talk about Miami this year. Unlike last year. I remember last year, explicitly I remember last year how there was talk about your D-line, your offensive line being really, really good, and your defense and your Restrepo and Cam Ward's apparently this next big thing. This year has been nothing. Nothing. I have heard nothing from Miami's side at all, let alone FSU. That, bro, you heard a lot more about Florida than Miami and FSU combined. Florida's been getting more of a national recognition than Miami and FSU combined. Miami fans, but specifically, focus about Notre Dame. You got 2 Saturdays left until y'all play y'all's game. focus about that. Because if y'all lose week 1, y'all knows y'all season is about to be over. Because when we come into that your home field, I say home field with a loose saying, because it's not your home field, it's a rented stadium. You're borrowing from the Miami Dolphins. When we come in there, it's gonna be belt to ass. Because I do believe our players are going to be having a chip on our shoulder. Pretty much every team this season, we will have a chip on our shoulder for. Like, but you most of all, Miami will have the biggest chip we have on our shoulder for y'all. Because of the fact of what y'all did last year. Y'all can still talk crap all you want. Games are about to be played. The games are about to be played. It's going to be put up or shut up. Spot the ball. And if y'all beat us, I swear, if y'all beat us this year, I will eat my crow. But I genuinely don't think y'all beating us this year. Y'all had y'all shit talk. I think it's over. Y'all's honeymoon phase is over. Now on to FSU as well. Y'all gotta go past Alabama. Because I think, yeah, week 1 for y'all is Alabama, right? I seen some of y'all's tweets. Saying y'all, oh yeah, we're gonna beat Alabama. Y'all do realize, yeah, this may not be Alabama old, but it's still a really good team. It's still a really good team. It may not be Nick Saban there, but it's still a really, really good team. Good luck with that. After going 2-10, there's nothing there for that. There's no hype in that. This is a false hope that you're giving yourselves. Based on a possibility that y'all maybe just go in there and compete against them. When in reality, there's a possibility that y'all just go in there and just shit the bed. And go 0-1 in your first week. I'm just being serious. While Florida over here is looking like a possible playoff contender. I mean, that's straight up facts. Like, nobody's high on y'all that much. Yeah, y'all, FSU's not in the rankings. But Miami, I know you have up there in the rankings. You're like 10th in the preseason AP coach poll. But there's nothing going for y'all. Yeah, y'all got Carson Beck. Oh, what did you fucking do? Even Georgia fans are like, bro, whatever. Like, he's not that good. He is a good quarterback, but he's not the thing that's going to bring you all back to your greatness. Like, y'all going to go back to the ACC championship and go for it again. Did y'all even make it to the ACC championship last year? I think y'all did. I might be wrong about that. But you still didn't win it. So, all this shit talking from Miami and FSU fans, there's nothing to back up for y'all. We have a lot to back up. Everything's looking optimistic for us Florida fans. Yeah, you might hear us have a little bit of injuries here and there, but those are minor. We're still on our feet. We still got weapons. Our ceiling is through the moon right at the moment. The hype for Florida is upward. The only thing that everybody's worried about, the only thing that everybody's worried about is our schedule. Even then, it doesn't mean nothing. At all. As long as we win our games and we put up a fight, spot the ball. Spot the ball. This has been Alapac. Alapac Sports. With the final goodbye on this video. Goodbye, you FSU fans and Miami fans. I expect to see y'all in the comments. signing out. Goodbye, y'all.